working on Thursday. We had a better Friday, and today we are staring at a 153 points high in SGX Nifty. So SGX Nifty is constantly on an upturn as of now, as of today at least, and that actually is steering the Indian markets to a all time to the greater highs what we can actually look for. So as of now we are currently staring at 16,585 on the pre-open will close somewhere around 9.7, and around 9.7 is when all these rates will actually stabilize. But anyways, looking at the market, we are staring at a highs for the market at least about 50 to 80 points high in today's session is what we are actually looking at. So as of now, we are at an all-time high, almost at an all-time high, and we are looking at greater heights of all-time high for the markets as of now, provided if the market does not actually fall down from here onwards, and we steer towards the highs of the markets, then probably we'll be looking at an target of 16,892 levels. How do we get that? That is according to the Fibonacci extensions. So that being said, the market is currently headed at an all-time high at this point of time. We are looking for a bit of profit booking. However, it is quite possible that this profit booking may turn into more of a buying streak as well, because there are so many people. Just about one of the surveys recently done, I think by Money Control, it mentioned that the market only has about 53% of the investors of all time. So at this point of time, there are almost about 47% of the people who are sitting with cash in their hands to invest in the market. So any dips in the market, they are looking for a buying opportunity in the market is what we are actually looking at. So constantly, each and every candle, whatever we have seen, has actually gone upside. Probably we may settle somewhere around 16,550 levels or something. However, we are surely looking at almost about 80 to 100 points of a upturn in the pre-open session is what we are actually looking at. So basically, at this point of time, the market is headed on a all-time high, one more all-time high in today's probable session. So we are on a constant basis hitting highs on a regular candle, and that is the higher highs. So let's look at the 1 month candlestick, and 1 month candlestick is actually showing that the market is actually going on a all-time high streak. So we came down to the 16,400 mark, and then we are again hitting the all-time high somewhere around 16,600 mark. We went to the 16,659 mark, and afterwards came down heavily, and now we are again looking at a high of the charts. That is how the markets actually work. The highs and the lows are always according to the news. However, the technical analysis gives the way to the news so that it can actually make a good money out of the market. That's what we are actually staring at. Okay, that being said, let's look at the 1 day chart, and let's see where the market is currently headed. In the pre-open session, we are at 9.6, and we are probably headed to 140 points upturn. We are almost very close to 16,600, which is a very strong resistance for the market. The all-time high has occurred at around 16,500, 16,660 levels. So we are probably looking at resistance around 16,660, and 16,600 will be a good resistance for the market. It can't resist that currently, because 16,600 seems to be a very good resistance for the market because it ends with 2 zeros. So now the pre-open has ended, and we are currently at 141 points higher in the pre-open. That is 0.86% higher in the pre-open itself, and we are staring at an all-time high again in the market in today's session. 16,592 is where we are currently staring at, and now we are looking for a bit of a we are looking at a bit of a positivity in every turn. Whenever there is even a negativity in the market, we are looking for positivity. The pullbacks are considered as the streams of buying for the people who are actually waiting on the sidelines, and they are actually looking for building the portfolio out of the downs what the market can actually give. Because at this point of time, there is no way that we can actually see that the market can come really staringly down. Somewhere around December, we will see some, usually we'll see some negativity, and around the month of January to March, we'll see some declines in the market, because there are so many people who are actually willing to take their money out and get this up and running, get their portfolio rebalanced, and start from March, somewhere around the end of the financial year, start from March to April, and then start investing again and boost the market. Usually that is how the market actually works. So there will be rebalancing, as of course, and there will be a lot of things which will actually happen within that particular time. During December to March, there is a lot of companies which are giving out the end of the quarter results, and there are so many speculations happening around those results. If the market gives a buy, if the market gives a sell, or what is the mode of the market, what is the trend of the market, everything will be in a bit of jiffy at this point of time. So that's the reason around December to March we'll usually see there is a bit of decline in the market. So around those seasons, there will be lots of people who will be willing to buy into the market. So as of now, we are staring at 16,592. 141 points higher is what we are actually staring at. And at this point of time, the market is staring at an all-time high. SGX Nifty is actually showing 153 points higher. Can you imagine that? When the SGX Nifty is staring at 153 points higher, we are actually staring at an all-time high of 141 points at 15,692 levels. So those are the levels where we are actually staring at. So now the SGX Nifty is up by 199 points, that is 1.21% up is what the market is currently showing us. So let me share you another screen where we'll make some perspective of where the market will actually head up to. So this is the screen where we may see that the market is actually heading up to a bit of a positive note around these particular levels. So this is the 1 hour chart. Let me do a 1 day chart. So at this point, look at this. So we were at an all-time high, and we had reached an all-time high at this point of time, and it shows that the all-time high actually seems to be sorry. Okay. So an all-time high actually seems to be a bit of a skepticism for the market, where the market actually started going up, so upside, and there was a bit of decline, and the market actually steered a bit downer from here onwards, and there was a sell signal in this particular candle. So accordingly, the next day also we saw lows in the market. We opened around 16,382 and went to 16,376. However, we closed at 16,450. We have also seen the highs of 16,509 in the session on Friday as well. So usually the market, whenever it opens really low in such a bullish market, there will be lots of people who will be buying into this market, because they have no other choice than buying into the market, because the market constantly keeps on moving upwards, right? So at this point of time, when the market is constantly moving upwards, it is quite possible that we may be seeing that the market is going on a upward trend. When the market is going down, that's the place where everyone has to buy. So they bought and they moved the market higher. Now we are more higher at the level of 16,592.5225 at 141.75 points upside in Nifty is what we are actually seeing. So we will be staring at 16,562, 16,559, 16,500 and 25 levels, and 16,500. All these are supposed for the market. 16,600. Okay, the all-time high, the only resistance what we can actually look for as of now is 16,600, which is a psychological resistance, and the all-time high of 16,701. Those are the only resistances we can actually look for, because we don't have any at this point of time. So 16,701 can be a bit of resistance. If the market has to go up to 16,701, that is almost about 250 points higher. So that's a hectic phenomenon. It's probably not possible today itself. However, in probably if the market has to go up today and tomorrow, then we may see that 16,700 also may be touched, and that's the one of the resistance zone for the market as of now. So that's the market momentum as of now. The momentum shows that we are currently in a bit of a great move on the upside. So as of now, RSI was at a overbought zone. Now it has come a bit slightly below this oversold zone, overbought zone, and now we probably may be heading more higher. So the market opened 16,568 is where we are currently at. We lost almost about 25 points in the opening. Now we are about 35 points lower from the highs. 16,562, 16,558 is where we are currently at. 108 points lower for the market is where we are currently staring at. So at this point of time, 16,561. Yeah, there is a lot of great positivity in the market. However, to sustain those positive moments, we have to have a great momentum on the upside as well. So at this point of time, it looks like the RSI is a bit supportive, however not more supportive at this point of time. So now it is in a 1 minute chart. It seems we are in a overbought zone. So that means that the market may stare at a bit of a negativity is what we were actually looking at. So that's what happened in the market, and we actually are seeing a bit of pullback again, somewhere around 16,575. We were down till 16,559 levels, and then we came up. Okay, 16,553 is where we actually came down to, and then we have pulled back till 16,570 levels, somewhere around 118 points higher for the market is what we are actually staring at this point of time. So seemingly the market is a bit of highest point of time, highest point, and there is possibility that we will actually see some lows from here, because from the highs there is some rebalancing to happen in the market. So when the rebalancing has to happen, there is some sell-off which is supposed to be done, and that happens to actually move the market in a particular direction that is on the lower side at this point of time. So 16,562 or 16,560 is what we are actually currently at, 110 points lower for the market as of now. So we are currently lower from the highs of the market somewhere around 16,592 levels, where we actually went up to, and we came down all the way from 16,592 till 16,553 as soon as we opened. Okay, so we almost dropped about 40-45 points in just 1 minute of the starting. So that's the market for you as of now. It seems to be in a bit of a positive zone. However, there is a possibility that from this highest ever level, then we may see some profit booking. It may come down to 16,500 levels, then go up all the way up to 16,650 levels. So it is quite possible. At this point of time, we are 100 points higher in the market, around 16,550 levels for the market. So seems like we are seeing a bit of a negativity somewhere around 16,480 levels. We may rebalance and shoot up to 16,600 levels. That's what is the market actually showing us at this point of time. We are seeing stochastic RSI and stochastic RSI and stochastic DMI all showing that we are going in a bit of a sell off from here onwards. So from 16,554 levels, if we are going on a sell off, then we may end up till 16,480 levels, and then we may bounce to 16,550 and 16,600 in the session. That's what the market is showing us at this point of time. That being said, this is the end of market profit show. 16,551 is where we are currently at, 100 points higher exactly. And now we are trying to hold on to 16,550, which is support as of now. If we cling on to 16,550, more highs are probably possible in today's session, and it is currently showing that stochastic RSIs are showing that we will probably be entering a sell-off zone at this point of time. So please be cautious. We may enter a sell-off zone and we may go up to the 16,480 and then bounce back to 16,600 levels again in today's session. So that being said, that's the end of market profit show. This is Ashok Kumar signing off.